Good day everyone. So now I will gonna discuss about my assigned topic, which is the different kinds of computer. But first, what is computer? So when we say computer or we can hear the word computer, the first thing come from our mind is high technology, a software, window, also where we can search, edit or play and many more. But computer is a programmable electronic device that accepts information in the form of digitalized data and manipulates and for some result based on a program, software, or sequence of instructions on how the data is to be processed. So here's the 6 different kinds of computer. First is the PC or the personal computer. Second is laptop. Third is personal digital assistants. Next is server, then mainframes, and the last is wearable computer. Let's discuss first the PC or the personal computer. A personal computer or PC is a microcomputer designed for use by one person at a time. It is very useful in terms in business. Personal computer is very important to perform tasks like accounting, desktop, publishing, and word processing as well as to run database and spreadsheets. Also at home, personal computers are mainly used for multimedia entertainment, playing PC games, accessing the internet, or for educational purposes. Second is laptop. Is a battery or AC powered personal computer smaller than a briefcase. Laptop also called as a notebook computer. Today, laptops are used in variety of settings such as at work, especially on business trips, in education, for playing games, web browsing, for personal multimedia, and for general. Laptop can easily carried and used because it is not too big to carry and it's also affordable than personal computer. Third is personal digital assistant. Personal digital assistant, also known as a handheld PC, is a variety mobile device which functions as a personal information manager. So, personal digital assistant is not familiar for me, but what I've seen in picture is it like a cell phone but we use every daily, but it is more complicated to use that cell phone.
A server is the computer program runs designed and provides and service as other computer program and is using also host and client in the data. Center the physical computer that server and program runs on the also frequently refers to host and servers. And the mini frame computer is formally called as informally is or the big arrow. So the mainframe and computer using a more formally and the large and organization for electrical application the like and block data and processing for tasks show as extensions and try introductory and consumer aesthetics and enterprise resource planning. The last is climbing the station and process. The mini frame the computer is the large but not as large as a super computer and has more processing power than some and others classes. The computer sans and mini computer servers the workstation and personal computers. Then the last and the wearable. The wearable is computer is also housed as body from computer is the completed define who is the body. The examples of the wearable computer is the smart then the Google Glass and the minimum and wearable computer. The small and technological device and comparable storing and processing data that can and be held in the body. Wearable computer as the design for flexibility and diverse and as well and improvements the workplace and making information quality and really available to whenever.
Good morning, mom. Good morning, classmates. Now I'm going to report the World Wide Web. The World Wide Web, or WW, commonly known as the web, is an information system enabling documents and other web resources to be accessed over the internet. The World Wide Web has become the worldwide dominant software platforms. It is the primary tool billions of people worldwide use the internet with internet. Tim Berners-Lee invented the World Wide Web while working at 1989. He proposed a universal length information system using several concepts and technologies, the most fundamental of which was the connection that existed between information. Sir Berners-Lee is a British computer scientist. He was born on London and his parents were early computer scientists working on the earliest computer sources on the World Wide Web are identified and located through character strings called Uniform Resources Locators or URLs. The importance of the World Wide Web made the internet accessible to everyone. It connects people who live in different parts of the world through social network, websites, blogs, and much more. The best part is that you can sell online and boost your business too.
Good morning, everyone. I am Jezabel Macahelos Pontilar from BED 1B. I will be presenting to you the application of computers in science and research. We all know that computers play a significant role in our society nowadays. Computer is an electronic device which help us store large amount of data. One of the significant application of computers of science and research is evident in the field of bioinformatics. Bioinformatics is the application of information technology to store, organize, and analyze vast amount of biological data which is available in the form of sequences and structures of protein. The building blocks of organism and nucleic acid is a formation career, which the help of databases that is brought by bioinformatics we are able to understand a certain topic because of its accurate data. Early interest in bioinformatics established because of the need to create database of biological sequences. The human brain cannot store a large amount of data such as a computer do as with computer. Computer has the ability to store those large amount of data compared the human ability. While the databases of protein sequences were maintained at individual laboratories, the development or a consolidated formal database known as Swiss Protein Sequences database intended in 1986. Due to the protein sequences determining the different laboratories than this, there is a developed Swiss board protein sequences which comes from different sources. These are made available as public domain information in the large interest of research community through the internet. Computers and software tools are widely used for generating this database and identify the function of proteins. model the structure of proteins, determine the coding region of nucleic acid sequences, find suitable drug compounds from a large pool, and optimize the drug development process by predicting possible targets. Computers and software tools are able to identify this function, the structure of proteins as well as the coding region, and better understanding is now attainable because of the computers and software tools. Nowadays, computers become an important to us because it is accurate and fast when it comes to its performance to its cost. Some of the software tools are handy in analyze, including BLAST, used for comparing sequences, Annotator, and interactive genome analyze tools, and GeneFinder tool identify coding regions and splice test sites. Moreover, from the pharmaceutical industry point of view, bioinformatics is the key to rational drug discovery. It reduces the number of trials in screening of drugs compounds and identifying potential drug targets for a particular disease using a high-power computing workstation and software like Insight. This profound application of bioinformatics is genome sequence has led to a new area in pharmacology, pharmaconomics, where potential targets for drugs developed are hypothesized from the genome sequences. Now, to give you a hint for what is paramount genomics, that pharmacogenomics is a field of research studies how a person's genes affect how he or she respond to medication. Molecular modeling, which requires a lot of calculation, has become faster due to the advance in computers, processors, and architecture. In plant biotechnology, bioinformatics is found to be useful in the areas of identifying disease resistance genes and designing plants with high nutrition value. So, since bioinformatics store information and analyze biological data, enables to scientists to produce plants that are reseed resistance, and also it improves the health and growth of the plants. That's all my report about application of computers in science and research. Thank you.
Good day everyone. My topic for today's video is how to check the reliability of the web sources. Reliable and unreliable sources. Reliable: when searching, you can always need to be sure that you are getting your information from reliable. Some sources are considered to be reliable because they have written by people who are experts in the field. These are the sources you can trust, and for example is we kanang mag-search ta sa kaning usa ka sources. We need to sure nga kanang reliable na siya, strong evidence, and kaning matuuhan ni to be reliable because they have written by people who are experts and that or issue or kanang resources. Unreliable is kabaliktaran siya sa reliable. Kay for example is na nagpost sa ka social media, for kanang issue kanang we should know that before getting information is kanang legit ba siya, matuuhan ba siya, kay na may uban nga kanang issue lang niya, dili di ay siya tinuod kay ang author is gabuhat-buhat lang, mao na siyang unreliable. Possible reliable sources. While you still need to read critically, here is a list of the type of sources that are often reliable and could be good places to start research.
Melody Sub. I will next reporter for Group 6 from BEED 1B. This is my topic. Example of useful and reliable web sources. What are reliable sources? Credible sources for research, characteristics, and reliable sources. An example of reliable and credible sources. A reliable or credible sources is a source that can be backed up with evidence, is free of a person biases, and comes from a trustworthy author or organization. So that they are used in research to help back a person information that they are giving. For instance, in a research paper about elections, a student would use reliable sources to help show the statement they are making in their writing. Some examples of reliable sources are scholar, scholarly or peer-reviewed articles and books. These are articles and books written by researchers for researchers and students. Second is trade or professional articles and books. These are articles and books written by someone in the field. Reputable magazine articles, books, and newspaper articles from well-established papers. These articles and books written by authors and journalists for a general audience. Credible sources for research. Credible sources are information that a person researches that can be trusted. This information is authoritative in the knowledge that they are giving. Credible sources for research would have support and evidence for the covered information, such as facts, data, and statistics. The sources also often refer to work of other academic authors or organization to show that they are credible. Characteristics of reliable sources. A researcher is trying to determine if a source they are using is reliable during their research. They need to consider the characteristics of reliable sources. The important characteristics are listed below. Currency. Currency is the timelines of a person's information. The more current the information is, the more credible it will be to a person's research. Number 2, relevance. The relevance is the importance of the information a person finds in their research to the topic and their needs. Authority. Authority is the source of where the information is coming from. This would be the author, the publishers, and etc. The researcher must ensure that the authority or source of the important they are using is reliable. Next is accuracy. Another essential characteristics of a reliable source is the accuracy of truthfulness of the information given. A researcher should ensure that the information they are reading about in a source is correct. They can do so by checking to see if what is being written about and the source is created correctly. And the last is purpose. The purpose of our sources is the reason that the information exists. This would be the reason that the authority of the source created it. That's all. Thank you and God bless.